Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. My name is Jackie and today we'll be talking about Disability Pride Month. So for my blind viewers, there is a sign behind me on a whiteboard that says Disability Pride Month in pink and purple. And so yes, let's get on to what Disability Pride Month is and what it means to me. Because if you didn't know, I am blind and so this issue is obviously near and dear to my heart. It is something that I've just recently found out about and I'm so glad that I did because Disability Pride Month is in July, which is currently happening. It's kind of crazy to believe, but anyways, it is July. And so it's the perfect time to talk about it. And also, I think that it's a good time to talk about these issues given the current climate and given how different issues are impacting people with disabilities. So, let's get on with the video. Disability Pride Month started out as a day in 1990 in Boston, Massachusetts, when a group of people smartly decided to celebrate disability. This was also the same year that the Americans with Disabilities Act, which gives people with disabilities many rights and changed how people with disabilities lived in the United States, which, fun fact, is the reason that I am able to walk around with my guide dog, Olita, in public places. But anyways, that was signed into law in July of 1990. So, this year is its 30th anniversary. It's older than I am. And Disability Pride Month did not stop there. In 2004, there was a Disability Pride Parade in Chicago. These parades kept happening in July throughout the years in various states, such as California, New York, Colorado, and Illinois. Then people across the world started celebrating Disability Pride Month, which is awesome. So you can see Disability Pride parades in countries such as Norway, my favorite, the United Kingdom, and South Korea. So the goal of Disability Pride Month is for people with disabilities to show how proud they are of their identities. People with disabilities are not just people out in the wild. We are your friends, your family, your coworkers, strangers you see in the park, strangers you see at the McDonald's. We are everywhere. And people with disabilities are the largest minority. I have an infographic from the CDC that I will post somewhere on the screen, but also I will link it down below. And it says that people with disabilities make up 26% of the population in the US. And people with disabilities are people in all races. We're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, we're gay, straight, transgender, we're men, women, rich and poor. So people with disabilities are all around you. And disability isn't something that you can always see, like my blindness. It might be something where someone has fibromyalgia or CFS. Someone may have a mild intellectual disability. Someone may have a psychiatric disability. There are various disabilities that are invisible. So you might not always know that someone has a disability. But that doesn't mean that certain actions that you take or certain comments that you make aren't hurtful. Even so, I am so proud to be blind because I wouldn't be the same person that I am today. Most likely, I wouldn't be here in front of this camera talking to you, and I wouldn't have the same experiences that I do. Is blindness hard sometimes? Hell yeah, it's hard. Do I want to cry sometimes and punch someone and flip a table and stuff? Yeah, I do. But blindness is also who I am. It's not the sole part of who I am, and no one's disability is the sole part of who they are. That's why they have these intersectionalities between race, gender, religion, political affiliation, and disability, as well as other intersectionalities that make up someone's identity. So when you think of me, the first thing you might see is that I am blind, but you need to also think about how those intersectionalities that I have, being a woman, affect who I am, not just the fact that I am defined by my blindness, which is a lot of what people think. I am not defined by my blindness, though it is a huge part of who I am. And this goes into the medical model and social model of disabilities. When people think about disabilities, they often think about the person with the disability needing a cure. However, as much as I would love to be able to see, and I know some blind people don't have the same views, and that's perfectly fine, that does not make me defective. It does not mean that something is wrong with me because I'm blind. I am perfectly fine the way I am. But what gets in my way isn't my disability. It's the stigmas in society, the inaccessible barriers such as signs that I am unable to read because they are not in Braille, menus that I am unable to read, apps or websites that I am unable to access because they are inaccessible. Some of these apps include the Harry Potter games. They're just not inaccessible. Pokemon Go. Honestly, when you all post pictures on Facebook, sometimes those aren't accessible because all Facebook says is image may contain text or image may contain plant and food, when that image might contain a picture of your dog. But blindness is so much more than just me. Blindness impacts how I interact with the world. Sometimes if I'm out and about in a public building and I want to find a room, I can't because the signs on the rooms don't have Braille. They should, but sometimes they don't. Or sometimes the Braille says a completely different thing. Or sometimes the sign is way up there and I'm very short. So I can't reach them, and honestly, even some tall people couldn't reach them. But I also face inaccessibility on public transport. Not all of the bus stops are announced, which can make it difficult to find my stop. I do know how to do it, and I do have ways to get around that, but it's something that I have to think about and plan out. I face inaccessibility with people's attitudes. I have been rejected from Ubers, thankfully only once that I can remember, because I have a guide dog with me. Though she is legally allowed to be with me, I was rejected, and that did get resolved. But that's something that I have to plan for. I shouldn't have to plan for it, but I do. I have to make sure that I read a menu from a restaurant ahead of time because I may not have a Braille menu to read at this restaurant. And if their online menu isn't accessible, well then I'm screwed. I have to depend on a friend or family member or even the waiter if I'm alone to read the menu. And I have to make sure to ask them how much the price is. Being blind also means that I have to have a lot of trust. I have to trust that the server that I am being helped by will write the correct tip on the receipt. Most people do. I've never had a bad experience, and that's great. But being blind also means that I have to trust that my Uber driver is going to take me to the correct location and not try and take me to an incorrect location. I have ways to get around this, but again, these are all things that I plan for. During this month, I want to make videos highlighting how I get around those barriers, what ableism is and how I've experienced ableism, as well as just highlighting how I do certain things within my daily life. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video and learned something about Disability Pride Month. If you did like this video, please share using the hashtag Disability Pride Month. And remember that people with disabilities are all around you. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe if you liked the video and want to see more content from me. Also, remember to hit the notification bell so that you get notifications of when I upload videos. Thanks, and have a good day. Bye, friends!